Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay cast from 2024, very recent games here from the South Korean channel. This is actually game number 2 in between Flash and Lily. I believe game number 1 has already been casted here by me onto this channel, so yeah, let's just check out what exactly is going to happen here as we have spawning in the upper right in the tier. It is Lily. I don't know what AK from who this is, I'm just gonna call him Lily here. And his opponent, or her opponent here in the lower right in the blue, it is Flash with his AK with the barcode. So yeah, once again a 4 spawning location map, once again a Terran versus Protoss. Let's just see exactly what's going to happen here. We have of course the spawning here, the production tab actually here in the upper left part. And we will be checking out the build orders very soon as Flash is opening up here pretty standardly with his supply depot. Same can be said here for Lily, however his pylon is pretty much in the way here from the simulator, so quite an interesting placement here from this pylon. Let's just see if this is somehow going to boost his probes towards the pass, towards the gas. Quite an interesting placement here from this one pylon. Perhaps some milliseconds are being won here by the probes that are mining the gas, perhaps a little bit faster with this curve right here. So we have the gateway here for Lily, as he's not intending to go for a fast expansion build order yet. There we have the move out here for Flash with his barracks quite close towards his ramp. So it also looking like a pretty normal build order here for Flash with a very fast gas actually here for him. Let's check the gas for Lily, there it is. And let's just see how fast is he going for some mining here for the gas. And perhaps this pylon is going to give a little bit of a boost towards those probes, as we have the first scouting probe and the first scouting SCV here for the players. So let's just see exactly what's going to happen here. Cybernetics core pretty much in the back. 3 probes actually have been added here to gather the gas, and they're a little bit far away from the pylon. I believe the pylon right here doesn't really give any boost or any advantage here towards the road. So still an interesting placement here as both players successfully actually scout the map towards each other. We might see a factory very soon, but in comes the probe, so it could be quite annoying versus the factory versus the SCV right here. So he sees the timing, however he needs to be careful. One marine already on his way, so the probe knows this of course, as Lily is going to out micro the marine right here. We have the pretty standard stuff here for the Protoss. In comes the probe once again, but the marine is already out, so only one marine. I believe the second one might be added very soon, as Flash might add a bunker here to secure his expansion point. Either that or he might try a timing push, but there is of course no expansion here for the Protoss, so it would be not very wise to do so, as the CV still tries to gather as much information as possible as he can here from this location. So yeah, he sees the upgrade, very hard to see here, even for me. Would have to take this statistics off right here, but yeah, there is an upgrade for the range for the Dragoons, a much needed upgrade. Very good for the Protoss early on against the Terran. And we have the factory finished with the add-on, as we see a hidden command center here for Flash. So very smartly executed. Of course he's going to upload it and land it very soon here, as the first Dragoon is also moving out here for the Protoss. We don't see a bunker yet here for him, but the high ground is pretty much in control here for Flash, as there are also no units here, so the Dragoon early on could be very strong here for the Protoss. Actually only one marine here for Flash. Very risky build order there. We have the first tank actually getting produced here for him, as very soon we might see some mine upgrades, we might see speed for the vultures, we even might see siege tank ability. Actually Flash is going for siege tank ability, so plays it very nice, very safe, as we also see the expansion here almost halfway getting done here for Lily. Just check the main, we might see our robotics facility bay. Nicely hidden buildings here for Lily, as he might try to harass the Terran very soon with some shuttle, with some reavers. Could be of course a possibility for him. Even some Dark Templars could be a possibility here for the Protoss versus the Terran, as we see a very early engineering bay here by Flash. So Flash is indeed expecting some harassment. He might add some turrets very soon into his defense, as the Dragoons just pretty much patrol the map here. Very good map awareness by Lily, as he's gaining more and more of a momentum. So very good early start by him. And another gateway has been added, so 2 gateways. This could be indeed Dark Templars. Could also be a shuttle gameplay with some Dragoon drops might happening here, as both players are transferring now their SCVs and their probes towards the expansion point. There we have the turret for Flash. Still no bunker, interesting enough. Only one tank pretty much exposed. Second one also here, having good control of the entrance. but the back is not that much secured here for Flash. He might try to have to add any other units here. So we have passed the 5-minute mark. Still no major engagement, of course. Very defensive gameplay here by Flash. The same can be said here for the Protoss, but of course we do see actually the first observers getting produced here by him. So very safe gameplay by him. And I believe as soon as the speed is going to finish here for the Vultures, Flash is very likely going to move out with his Vultures to attack or try to harass the expansion point here from the opponent. But we do have a nice beeline of Dragoons here for him. And yeah, let's just see how this game is going to continue. As the second factory is done with another add-on, very important here for Flash, as he might add more and more upgrades. We even have the armory here for him, so he might go once again for some upgrades for the tanks. It would also be a timing push for him as he's gaining more and more control here of the expansion, even moving out with his engineering bay to see if there's going to be an early drop by the Protoss right here. Let's just see what other units are getting added. Finally, the supports bay for the Reaver is getting added, and the first shuttle is also getting produced. More Dragoons here for the Protoss. Yeah, pretty standard Terran versus Protoss, a very nicely macro-oriented game, both players saving their army, saving their money, no major attacks yet. There we have the mines for the Vultures, and I believe speed has also been done here for Flash, so Flash might very likely try to target the newly established base here for the Protoss, but there are two Dragoons here defending. There's also Dragoons here defending as well, so the Protoss very good defensive wise. However, one probe might get snapped with the fast moving Vultures. However, the expansion has already started here for him, and two more Dragoons are getting sent out to defend the base there. So a very good defense here by the Protoss. Let's just see what Flash is going to be doing. Actually adding now weapons 1, and we see the shuttle movement speed for the Protoss as well, as some mines are getting cleared here, but Flash is once again moving forward towards the expansion point, only gathered by two Dragoons right here. Perhaps the entrance needs to be blocked with some pylons very soon, as this entrance is nicely getting blocked here by the Protoss. Some mines might get some good connections here, but in the end, no, they will be cleared by the Dragoons. So very good gameplay here by the Protoss. Flash just roaming here nicely the map, just trying to be, of course, as annoying as much as he can, trying to delay, of course, the move out by the Protoss, try to keep him at bay here, to keep him to stay home. Of course, the speed Vultures very good into abusing this tactic right here, just planting those mines. And yeah, just a good control here in the middle of the map, as the Dragoons are just pretty much chasing here Flash away. And there we have the expansion finally getting finished. We have 48 workers for the Protoss, 47 for the Terran. Pretty close worker amount, as it's still only Dragoons here for the Protoss. So very soon I think he might try to go into some different units. Perhaps some Zealots would be much needed. Maybe he's going to transition into some carriers. A nice hidden carrier fleet could be added here into this location, as Flash is just still onto those tanks with Vultures. And we see, actually I saw the first Reaver getting produced here, there it is. And yeah, the Vultures are just still roaming around the map. Probes are getting transferred, so yeah, the entrance is pretty much getting blocked here, as slowly but steadily Flash decides to push out. And there is no other expansion, so this could be a timing push by him, as he's slowly but steadily pushing here forward with turrets. Comset aren't now finally getting started for him, much needed in case there are some Dark Templars out. So let's just see if Flash is indeed going to try to do a timing push once again. The CV with the gas in the front, or perhaps he's going to try to take control of the middle of the map. Very important location here as well, as the barracks is moving forward, and we actually see two Reaver with the shuttle here into this location. So very important units here for the Protoss, a little bit exposed, but then again Flash has no Goliaths anti-air, so the Protoss might try to find a good position, a good flank perhaps against Flash. Flash with his units pretty much nicely clumped up together, so perhaps some high Templars would be also a good idea here for the Protoss versus this. Let's just see exactly what's going to happen as the Reavers are moving here forward. A good attack, one tank already taking some damage. Weapons 1 is finished. Let's check the Protoss, still no upgrades for him, as the Reavers wait, of course, for the movement here forward by Flash. And Flash nicely unsieging and re-sieging 3 to 4 tanks. Very smart move by him. I believe as soon as he saw the expansion into the 12 o'clock, he decides to move forward, and yeah, there it is. The Protoss now taking already some damage. One Reaver really hurt, so he needs to be careful as the tanks are just slowly but steadily moving here forward. More vultures are getting produced. Speed is not done yet for the Zealots, so that's really bad for the Protoss, as Flash is just keeps on moving here forward versus the opponent. And let's just see what exactly is going to happen here, as it's going to be once again tanks versus the Dragoons here. A good flank for the Reavers, but the tanks here in range. This barracks once again really important, giving great information, great vision here. And finally we do have an engagement forward. The Vultures are exactly in the front. Speed has not been done for the Zealots, and it's just Dragoons versus the tanks in the back. The Vultures will of course tank much of the damage from the Dragoons, but yeah, the real damage dealers in the back are of course the tanks. And let's not forget that we do have SCVs who are ready to repair. They might be ready to repair this barracks very soon. And yeah, let's just see. Barracks might explode here, so SCVs are actually here. And we have some interesting knights, or I don't know exactly what Lily's trying to be saying. Perhaps, yeah, he's just going to GG out here straightforward, as the Vultures have, sorry about this one, Vultures have pretty much made it here forward. Let's just see exactly when this happened with the Vultures. Sorry about this one. Somehow the Vultures have sneaked here forward, so indeed very fast moving Vultures taking on the Zealots here in the back. As the action has moved here forward, the Vultures in the back were able to take out the Zealots. So many of them, and with that pretty much of course the game has been over. Look at that, all of those Vultures here in the front. Perhaps Lily is going to call them Knights very soon. Then come the Zealots with no speed, of course, no match against those Vultures right here. So very smart move by Flash, abandoning the tanks in the back and allowing the Vultures to actually move forward. And there we have the Knights. What this exactly means, as perhaps Lily is a little bit upset here by this move forward. Still gives the GG, so very mattered gameplay here by him, a very mattered situation. In the end, Flash nicely splitting his troop, this time deciding to abandon the tanks in the back. Feeling very secure. A very nice timing push once again by him. Let's check the stats very quick, just in case you guys are interesting. So once again, Flash with a timing push, proving to be very strong versus Lily with a very good early game, but in the end he played a little bit too greedy, and Flash immediately punishing the expansion. So without the second expansion, I believe the game would have been differently, but yeah, Flash immediately moving out as he saw that the Protoss is investing into buildings and not units, and with that of course he decides to attack, and an easy take for him, as the Dragoons will of course stand no chance. Even the Reavers did stand no chance against the tanks and the Vultures in the front. So yeah, interesting game. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Tommy signing out.